guys. I know it has been a long time since I've done a vlog video. I've been filming all summer. I just never put the videos together. Yeah, so anyway, it is October 16th today, and gosh, I have so much to tell you, and I have clips. After this clip, I'm going to go into some stuff starting back in August, but there was so much that happened even before then. John had his 7th ankle surgery in June, and he was out of work for 2.5 months, and then yeah, he was non-weight bearing for a long time, and then I got asked to come back to NAU for the year. So my dean and the department chair called me in the spring and asked if I would come back because 2 of the 3 people they hired, there were 2 of us who retired at the same time, and the 3 people were hired to replace us, and 2 of those 3 people quit. And so they're short on people, and so they asked if I would come back. So I have been teaching 4 classes, and one of the classes is an online class, and it ends today. And but I have 3 face-to-face classes. I've just been having a blast with it. I am having so much fun, really loving it, thinking that when this year is over, that in the future when I teach part-time for them, that I think I might ask for face-to-face classes. Before I was thinking, yeah, but then I have to get up and take a shower and get ready, and I don't know if I want to do that, but I've been having so much fun teaching undergraduate students that I just don't know how I can not keep doing this. So yeah, it's been really fun. John is back to work. His foot is still healing, but better in a lot of ways, and so that's really good. And so I am now going to shut up and just kind of take you back through some of the things that have happened in the past months to catch you back up on stuff. And so here we go. Hi guys, it is, what day is it? Tuesday, and I think it's Tuesday. And I am heading over to meet my friend Sarah. She and I do a Bible study on Wednesday nights, but we've had a lot of times where we couldn't meet for whatever reason. They were in Hawaii, her son had to get his braces on, I had stuff, and so then we get together and we realize we have so much to catch up on personally that we never get around to doing our Bible study. And we also just really like each other, and she's like, she's just a really close friend, but she is a lot younger than me. Like, I could easily be her mother. She's, how old is Sarah? Like 35? 55. Yeah, I'm like 23 years older than her. And so anyway, but we just have a lot of like life circumstances that have been similar, and yeah, anyway, so she said, well, next week, let's make sure that we actually really use our time to do our Bible study together, but how about if we meet for a quick lunch at another time during the week? So now I'm going to be meeting with Sarah twice a week, and yeah, so I'm going over to her office right now. She works for a financial planning company, and so I just brought my lunch with me, and I forgot to bring something to drink. Oh well, they should have water. And so we're just gonna chat, and then we're gonna meet tomorrow night and actually like sit down and do our Bible study, and probably chat more after that's done. But I think it's a good plan. So at least for the next few weeks before, leading up to school starting back for me. Tomorrow I am meeting with a woman who is going to be one of my future colleagues at the university. She was hired after I left. I'm not exactly sure like what she was specifically hired to do. But I mean, she teaches, but she is temporarily running the program that I used to run. And so when it was the reading endorsement program, so if a person wants to be a reading specialist in a school or a reading interventionist, then they get a reading endorsement through the state. So I ran that program. And then when I retired, they hired 2 people the year after I left who came in, and they were running that program, and then they both left. So she has been asked, this woman I'm meeting with tomorrow, has been asked to lead this program for the next year, and then they'll hire there's all these rank things at the university, and so if you're a tenure track person, you're at a higher rank than somebody who, say, is hired as a lecturer or a clinical instructor, and it's all about hierarchy at the university. So they need somebody who is a tenure track person to lead the program. So this woman is going to be heading it up temporarily. But apparently this year there's some big things that have to be done, like writing this big, I think it's sort of an accreditation report, which is something that I've done twice with 2 other programs. And so I don't know, I'm kind of getting the feeling that maybe she's freaking out at the idea of writing this report. And there's a group, a little committee, a small committee of people working on the reading endorsement. And they have several big tasks to accomplish this year. You guys, it is hard to believe that it is already August. Today is August 3rd. It is our 26th wedding anniversary. Crazy. For John, he's younger than me. So today marks for him that he has been married the same amount of time that he was single. So he was 26 when we got married, and we've been married 26 years. So for me, I'm a few years older than him, so we're gonna have to be married a few years longer before it's the same that way for me. So anyway, I am driving over to campus because my car is filled up with stuff that I'm moving into my new office. It looks like it's gonna rain today. It's been thundering, so I'm trying to get over there, and I need to see if I can get a hold of a rolling cart, because it's the difference between making 2 trips from my car to my office or making 15 trips. I was surprised at how much stuff I hung on to. I got rid of a lot. In fact, as I have been getting ready for the classes I'm going to be teaching, I'd be like, oh, I need that book about, oh yeah, I got rid of that. Or, I need to show these games about, I got rid of those. And so certain things I'm going to have to repurchase. Certain things I'm going to have to remake, like some game things to demonstrate. And then the classes have changed, so there's new content that, had I not quit and retired 4.5 years ago, I would have slowly evolved, because education's always changing. And so I would have slowly added things to my classes, made little changes here and there, but I've missed teaching these undergraduate level literacy classes for 4.5 years. Something John and I like to do every summer. We come out to Lake Mary, which is only about a 15-minute drive outside of town. And we come at sunset. Sometimes there are lots of elk. We think we're seeing some over there. We have to get the binoculars out. And we're sitting on the back. Usually we're closer to the water, but here's John with his foot. We got some pizza, and we are just gonna enjoy a beautiful sunset and our dinner. Okay, you guys, I think you might be able to see this, but there are a whole bunch of elk. Now the camera's focusing on my finger, so look across here right at the water's edge, and there's several elk, probably 20 or so, John? They're coming out of the trees. So some of them are just standing in the water getting a drink. Yeah. Some are farther in the water, up to their chest.
I see 17 or 18.
Yeah. They're just very slowly, quietly making their way out of the trees to get their little drink of water for the evening. Listen to the elk. They're making all kinds of noise now. We're thinking it's probably the juveniles just playing, just like they were running in the water. So we are doing something we haven't done in a long time. December of 2020 for Christmas, John got me a shotgun, and we've not used it. Yeah, 2.5 years. I haven't used my Christmas gift. I'm not a gun shooter. I just shot John's rifle, and that was probably makes the third time I've ever shot a gun, with the exception of maybe some BB guns when I was a kid. Anyway, we're out in the forest at this place where people come and shoot. There's just crap everywhere from, like, shotgun shells and stuff like that. Anyway, so we brought one of John's students from the hospital, Emily, and we hang out with her from time to time. And so John is showing her how to shoot the rifle.
Circle. Make sense? And it may be your glasses, maybe.
John's got a boot on his foot. He was just given permission to start walking last week. We use a walker, so you can see in the back of the truck. He a lot of times walks with a walker just to sort of distribute his weight differently, so there's not a ton of weight going on his right foot. But yeah, so this is like a big deal for John to get out. Guys, I'm going to work today. I'm going back to work. Yes, this is my first official day on contract. It feels so weird. I was retired for 4.5 years, and now, yeah. So, anyway, the contract is for 1 year. There's a slight possibility it could be longer than that. And sorry for the rattling in the back seat. That's a pair of maracas. Set of maracas? I don't know what you call them. Anyway, so I am, this is faculty meeting week, and so today I'm going to the President's Convocation. I don't have to go, but I would like to go to that. And then after that, I'm going to the new faculty orientation for the College of Education. The new faculty, I don't have to attend it because I worked there for 15 years. And one of my best friends is the associate dean of the College of Education now. And she was a faculty member with me, and now she's a dean. So anyway, she said I don't need to attend, that there's not going to be anything that I would need to know by being there. But she did ask me to do a presentation. So I am doing a presentation right after lunch about just stuff that needs to be included in a syllabus. Oh my gosh, you guys. This going to work thing is killing me so far. Yesterday I was exhausted at the end of the day. Absolutely exhausted. I mean, I went over to a barbecue in the afternoon, and then some friends of mine were going to get together at one of their houses and have a drink, and I was like, no, I have to go home. I'm like, I'm not used to this kind of thing. This morning I thought I gave myself enough time. I'm running late. I mean, I'll get to my meeting on time. It's just meeting my friends ahead of time to walk over. I'm going to be a little late. And then as I'm running out the door, I start getting a hot flash, and so I had to run back inside and get this ice pack to put around my neck so I don't go into a full drench. Oh my gosh, seriously, I had no idea. I mean, I thought I was busy in my retirement. I was always doing stuff, but it was at my own pace. And yesterday was all about not my own pace. And today I'm in meetings all day. I did find out, though, that Wednesday there was that all-day meeting for new faculty, and I don't have to go to that. In fact, I ran into a girl at a meeting yesterday who happens to be the one in charge of Wednesday's new faculty orientation. and I didn't realize she was the one running it. But I ran into her, and she said, "Jennifer, I saw your name on my list," and she said, "You don't have to come to that." So wave. Oh, look at the little baby going by. Oh, there's 2 of them. Oh my gosh, I love this neighborhood of mine. Oh my gosh, look at those little babies. Oh. Man, sorry about another car chat, but I've got some clips I will pop in here. The beginning of the school year is always crazy, and of course, for the last 4 years, I have not been going back to school, and so the last couple of weeks have been pretty busy. And then I had some things that I agreed to before I said yes to going back to work. So I had those things to do as well. So the county fair is this weekend, and today's Sunday. And the band that I'm in with John, we had agreed to do a show. It was actually a pretty good spot for the show. We were on the main stage at 4 o'clock or 4:15. We were right before this other band it's a cover band, but it's pretty decently well known. That's what they do for a living. They travel around the country and do kind of country music, 90s country. And then after that was the main event on Saturday night. A country singer named David Lee Murphy. You might remember him from the mid to late 90s. And so anyway, so we were right before them. So that was really good, and the show went really well. It was Today, I am doing a demo at the fair in the home ec building. You know how at fairs they have contests they have contests for livestock and all that, but then they have people who enter in homemade items, whether it's food or crafts or whatever. And so I decided that I would enter one of my baskets. And so yesterday when I went in to check in over there, I won first place. So let's talk Hurricane Ian. I know that several of you who watch my channel are from Florida. And so first of all, let me just say that if you or any of your family or friends lived in the Fort Myer area or around there, I am just so sorry, because I know that area just got clobbered. In fact, some of you may remember back in 2017, John and I went out to Florida for my niece's wedding, and it was in Fort Myer. And the restaurant where we went for the rehearsal dinner, it was like this outdoor kind of patio-ish kind of thing, Mexican restaurant. It was a building. I mean, it had an indoor area, and that area is just gone. I mean, here, I'll show you. My niece sent this to me. This is what it looked like before, kind of an aerial view, and then this is what it looks like now. It's just wiped out, which is so sad. And I know people lost homes, and we were really worried about it because my brother, John and I went out to see him last end of January, February, and he lives right on the water in Clearwater, and that Tampa was supposed to be the direct hit of this storm, and you can't hit Tampa. A hurricane cannot hit Tampa without hitting Clearwater first, and where my brother lives. And with him being right on the water, they would have been just clobbered. There are barrier islands in front of where he is, but 155 mile an hour winds and high storm surge and all of that, it would have been bad, bad, bad. So they were lucky because the storm actually hit farther south, but other people were not so lucky. So Anyway, I just feel so bad for everyone who...
It's definitely full here on campus and all over town. I'm heading over to the union right now, the student union, to get my lunch. Look at those little robots driving around delivering people's food. It just cracks me up. So yesterday, you guys, you see the peak in between those trees there, just above the building? That was covered in snow yesterday. We had rain in town and that was all covered in snow, but it's melted now.
Guys, it's Saturday and I just finished doing a deep conditioning hair treatment and then I'm doing my second mask. I normally don't do more than one. The first one though was by, is it Freeman? I ripped the thing off the top, but it's a Dead Sea Minerals anti-stress mask and it's blue. And then this one is one I got in a FabFitFun box. It's by Mud Masky and what is it called? I have glasses on. Pearl Polish Super Glow Pink Clay Mask. And so it's sort of like a exfoliator. It's got little scrubby things in it. And then it stays on the face for 10 minutes and then you wash it off. So so I did a deep conditioning treatment that I left in for 45 minutes and then decided to do this afterwards. I'm excited because I bought a bunch of new pants yesterday. 4 pairs of jeans and 1 pair of black jeans. I got a really good deal at Kohl's, but and so I'm in those right now. But yeah, I will not make you look at me any further with this face. Here I just made a baguette out of this really great this recipe where the dough doesn't have to be kneaded and you can keep it in the fridge, the dough, for up to 14 days and just keep pulling little pieces off. So I've made several different kinds. This is my first baguette. I have been back at work. I've been trying to come up with ideas, easy ways to fix dinner. You know, because especially 2 nights a week I teach until 5:15, and then the other 2 teaching days I teach until 3:30. I usually don't get home until closer to 5. So anyway, what I'm trying tonight, I've never done before, and that is fixing baked potatoes in a crock pot. And so you just wash them or rinse them off, put a bunch of holes in them. You want like 8 or 10 pokes with a fork. Then put a half a teaspoon of oil on each one. So it's just olive oil. And then rub that around and sprinkle it with salt, wrap it up tightly in foil, and stick all of the potatoes in the crock pot. It says on low for 8 to 10 hours or on high for 4 to 5. I'm going to put it on low since I'm going to be gone most of the day. So 8 to 10 hours, and then when I get home, we will put on all kinds of fun toppings. I actually moved the potatoes into a bigger crock pot because I have 3 large potatoes here, and they were a little crowded in there. There was also in the recipe that I was looking at, there was a little caution about overcooking the potatoes and causing them to get soggy. And so I'm going to hold off on this and I'm going to cook it on low for 8 hours. And so I'm going to wait a little bit before I turn this on.